sky draw, good. An active participant, right? Reward her for that, let her smell it. Notice that I've got this pretty short, because if she were to kick, we've built in her bending around and looking at it, which is really important. So we've got part of it, but we still need to be short enough here that we're safe. If we're long and she gets really scared, which she hasn't, but she could, like she's totally a horse that could, she could turn that way and kick at me, and I don't want to be in that position, right? We're just going to keep that a little short, and that way we can be in a position where if she does get scared, we can keep her head our direction. So this is a little different. I'm approaching her neck, not her withers. And you can, okay, right? We built in a response where she comes around and looks at it, which was really helpful, right? And we'll see if we can do that. And she's like, yeah, that doesn't even matter anymore. We're gonna rub in here. Now this is another one you need to be careful of. So far we've stayed pretty much along her top line, right? And she's pretty relaxed, she's pretty content with it. But now we're gonna have the changing of eyes. And what I mean by that is I'm gonna take the flag from this side, I'm going to peek it over there, and then I'm going to come back here. When I do that movement, it goes away, it comes over there, and then it comes back to this side. I have taught her to look at the flag, right? If it goes over there and she looks at the flag and then looks at it, which direction is she coming? My way, right? You can't do that in the beginning. You need to get it so that you can see in her body language, she's pretty relaxed, right? And she's unsure about her hind legs, and I knew that, but I'm starting to kind of go down the hind leg and see how she is there. So timing is really important. Not in the beginning of the session, towards the end when she's ready for it. Then we can get over there, we can get over here, rub her top line, come down the leg. We can get over there, get over here, rub her top line, get down the leg. Now can we invite her to look at it? Look? Good. Good. Really nice. Really nice. And then when she decides not to stretch, right, then I'm going to do that. Now I'm getting in there. That's a really sensitive spot, she says. That's okay. I'm going to get in here again. She has an option. She can come be a participant and look at it. This is a little bit more lockdown, right? A little more internalized. She could blow a little bit more, right? When she's like this, it's a little more frozen. And you can see I'm pulling on this slightly, and I'm encouraging her to come up with, an answer. That might work. Be curious, be interested, be a participant, right? Good. What do you see in her expression? Yeah. A lot more relaxed, right? And we got in and out of the zone that she was not going to be too happy about and wasn't too happy about. But she made it through. And it wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, right? She says, I don't know that I like it, but I can deal with it. So this is another zone that's going to be tough. You've got the crossing of the eye, one eye to the other, crossing your midline. That's tough. Under there is tough. I'm not really touching her much under there, and then this is the other piece that's going to be tough. Good. And every time she does the active participant, I want to smell the flag, we release the pressure because she could tip over the other direction and just start to be emotional, and I don't want her to be that way. Get in there. Good. Good. Now, how does this translate to riding? Well, wouldn't it be nice if something scary happened and she turned around and said, what do you think of it? What should we do? Right? You're up there in the saddle. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to tell her it's about being an active participant, meaning you and me. Don't worry about the other stuff, right? Also, face your fears, right? Don't hide, don't run, don't turn tail and get out of there. Face your fears, right? She says, turn tail, get out of there. That's her coping mechanism. We're trying to replace that though and teach her a new way that she could be. able to read too. Like I came in here and she wasn't so sure, and so I didn't go as far as I was planning on going. Good. Really nice. This is really nice. So now she's able to deal with it and not even have to feel like she needs to stop the flag. She's like, okay, I'll stand here, and then I'll start waving it around. Good. It's okay. And I just go with, oh yeah, maybe look at it, right? So that's fine. I upped the ante, didn't I? A whole lot. It started making noises up there, it started moving around really quick, and pretty soon here she might start yawning, because she'll let go of some of that tension. And it's good for her to be able to deal with it when it's really excited and when it gets in there. And if she has to move, that's fine. We'll just go with it. And I'm just going to say, can you turn and look at it? The other thing is, at least when she moves now, it's not going to be, I'm not sure how we are on time. Do we have another group, right? No. Oh, this is it. Oh, I thought we had one more. Okay, I've got time then. Good. In that chest zone, that's another place where it disappears out of their field of vision, and sometimes it suddenly appears in the other eye. And it's, again, we talked about down by the legs there, and how that area is kind of a tough zone to deal with, because it triggers the self-preservation, and that's why you're seeing a little bit more of a response from her when it's in that position. And that's so typical. Okay, now, we'll go over to the other side. Now, this side, you know, is her more difficult side, right? And that's why we started upping the ante a little bit more on the easy side, because that way she's got the ability to transfer what she learns from this side to the other side. And it doesn't cross over completely, but it will cross over a little bit. And that's why we did that. It helps. They're having fun playing soccer. That's good. They're keeping themselves entertained. Kaylee, I hope you're having fun. I know this is kind of not with your horse now, but I think you did a really nice job and got a lot of nice changes. And I think, Kristen, this is what you were looking for a little bit anyway, right? You're seeing some expressions out of the horse. So you're learning how to read those a bit. And this is so nice on this side. So no flinching. We'll see if she can tip this way. Good. And she bends around. Good. And if she can't, if she got distracted, then I'll get it going here. Got that crossing of the eyes. The other thing is, I'm really not coordinated with my left hand compared to my right. And so, for me, I kind of have to get them good on the right side, because on this side, I end up like poking them with this sometimes unintentionally, and that's not so good. So that's another reason I got her good on the left side. But if I had a horse that was really good on the right and not good at all on the left, I would actually switch my order of operations, because they'd probably be able to tolerate getting poked and jammed. And I think pretty soon we're going to have you be able to do it. Sorry. I hit her in the ear accidentally. She didn't like that. We're just going to see if she could drop her head down. There. Surprising her. Good. Good. That'll work too. I would like to see if she could just yawn a little bit.
Yeah.
little funny about her ears sometimes too, huh?
Yeah.
Good. Instead of tossing your head, a little flexion at the pole. At first, it'd be, you'd take it, put it up here, let her tell it there, flexion left, or right, excuse me. Good. Oh yeah, I can rub you on the forehead with it. There you go. Good. And then you do it on this side, and get a little right flexion, or left flexion, and backwards. Good. So now I'm going to rub her up in here, where she's sensitive. And then eventually, and the nice thing is, like with a flag, you're not going to be able to keep your hand up in here with her doing all of that. But with a flag, it's easier because you've got a much longer reach, right? I work with a lot of warm blood, so having a little longer arm sometimes is nice. Good. But eventually, wouldn't it be nice if you rubbed her up in here and she brought her nose there and tucked her nose and brought her head down? So let's see if we can't teach her to do that, right? There. That might work, right? She's going to shake her head a little bit. We got it by getting a little bit of flexion initially, and she had to play around with it up in there. Oh, come on top of me. I'm going to get my rope out of the way. She got that caught around her legs, so she could use a little bit of work with ropes on her legs. Oh, that might work. Oops. That might work. So we're just good. We're just modifying behavior to teach her there could be another way. Good. There. Nice. We're flicking and chewing. The first response is up. We built another response, which is flexion and bend. But what the response I want to see right now is drop your head and a little vertical flexion, maybe. And we can wait for it. To replace the head up, shaking the head, all of that, which is good. So I'm rewarding her for that because I don't want it there. That's what I would like. Wouldn't it be nice if you could clip her ears or trim her bridle path and she just dropped her head down to the ground and relaxed? It would. And the other thing that she's learning a little bit about is tolerance, right? Horses have to tolerate. They cannot just be sensitive and react good, be reactive. And especially a kid's horse, they've got to tolerate a lot. Good. Just because you guys have fun with your horses. You do interesting things, right? You don't just ride in sand circles. You go out and play and ride in the fields and over the river and through the woods. Good. So that's not too bad. Much better. And I'm still rewarding this from time to time because I want her to know that that's at least a good option, better than flipping her head and getting all upset. But now I'm going to keep it here, and I'm going to see if she can try something else. And she's like, oh, that's not working, head flipping's not working, that might work. We'll try the other side. Now, I learned something, right? I kind of had a hunch. But I learned that she does not like ropes around her legs, around her body, that sort of thing. And she's got these like little moments where all of a sudden she gets triggered and she has that response, that flight response. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to expose her to as much stimulus as we can to work through those moments so that we can lessen how frequently they occur. And then we lessen how frequently they occur, and we create another option for her in her behavior. So her option is to check in with us, or check in with the scary thing, rather than just react. So now I'm going to keep it here. So I was releasing from the bending. Now I'm going to keep it here. doing anything, which is fine. So I'm going to rub her with it. Because I'd like to be able to rub that area anyway, right? There. And this sort of thing will make bridling easier, clipping easier. All those things. And I like how she's good. I like how she's going towards it. Now, we're just going to finish up with her. I'm going to see if I can't ask her to move away from it. Oh, look at that. I can smack her in the butt with the flag. Good. So I'm okay with the fact that, good. And then I just want to see if I can rub her in forward motion. Everything changes with speed. So we worked in a place which was at the standstill where we were able to do it at the standstill and get some nice changes and get her to really think about things. But I also need to know that I can do it walk, trot, and canter. Today I'm not going to canter her. Look at that. That's that flinchy spot right there. Now, am I mad she's not moving off? Not really, because I'm getting to smack her in the ribcage with a flag, and I would have never thought I could do that. And then I release the pressure when she does it, right? So it's okay. Like, yeah, she's not responding, but I had just told her, good. I had just told her for a long time that I would like to probably have her just stand and be present rather than move. So she thought stand and be present and tolerate. Heck, that's okay for her. Maybe not for him, right? I might not want to build those things into that horse. But on a horse like her, yeah, I probably want to build a lot of that in. Make sense? Yeah. All right, I'll let you have her in just a second. I'm just going to do this side. I just wanted to make sure that in forward motion, she's not too upset by it, because I thought she might be a little more upset than some, but she's actually doing quite well. Now, one thing to understand, when I'm rubbing her with the flag, my body language is extremely different than when I'm sending her off on the circle. And she will start to understand your body language. When I'm rubbing her with the flag, my posture's relaxed. Good. Good choice. Good. Head low's a great choice. My posture's relaxed. I'm really not telling her to go anywhere. When I want her to move, I am leading up with my hand, stretching tall. I have energy in my body, and I'm saying, and now go. There's a big difference between, good, that and relaxed posture rubbing. And eventually, she's going to be aware enough and in tune with you enough that she's going to see you, oh, I was just about to do something, and I have to reward that for now, right? Eventually, I'll ask for that at particular times. But eventually, she's going to, all you'll do is lift your hand up and she'll be right there. Let's see if she can stop and put her head down. Can you put your head down? That was the answer. Now it's a new one. Good. Okay. Thank you for being patient, and thank you for letting me use your horse. Now you can do it. Yeah, and when she turns to it, I let her smell it. Good. Make that squeak if I go over there. Awesome. Good job, Skydra. There's a cat in the tarp over here. And that would just be something to be aware of. Because on this horse, here, kitty, let's maybe. Oh, that's your horse. Okay. I think it's the mischievous cat. She thought it got boring in here, so she wanted to create a little excitement. Oh. Yeah, the cat's going to be determined now. Look at how good a cat is at getting me to crawl through jump standards. There we go. This looks really nice. Can you get her to lower her head? Good. So it's perfect. You place it there, now you want her to lower her head? Yes. But is it an opportunity when she does not lower her head to get her to tolerate it up in that zone? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good. You are doing really nice, Skydraw. You have a really tough horse. Good job. I'm a cat trainer too, I guess. We'll see though, that cat might make a fool out of me. She'll be right back there. Okay, let's do the other side. Because she was just bored, right? So there's kind of like a point of diminishing returns where she's just like, yawn, it's a flag, no big deal. Seen it 100 million times in my life. And then stick it up on her ears. Good. And you keep it there. Don't remove it if she's moving her head around. Now rub her with it until she drops her head. Have we created more tolerance? Yeah, I would say. She's tolerating a lot more. This looks really good. Good. Really move that around there. Get her really desensitized up in there. Yeah, that's it. Good. 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 Oh, keep it there. Keep it there. Yep, because it's not away, it's down. Like when you're riding, it'd be nice to be able to set it up so you can communicate, put your head down with your reins. And then you can get your horse to relax on the spot. Because you use your communication to tell them, put the head down. Good, this is awesome. See, you are a better horse trainer than me. She's shaking her head way more for me than she is for you.